Hello everybody, my name is Strawberry Tree. The book Iggy the Incredible Adventure, The Magic Digging Box. Chapter 3, The Awful Thing. Caswell just yelled, "Where are you?" said Molly. "He's got to be somewhere." "Here somewhere," said Mrs. O'Donnell. Everyone was still calling for Caswell. All at once, we heard a small, muffled voice. "Here I am," said Caswell appeared from a dark space under the stairs. He was completely covered with dust. "Achoo!" Molly sneezed a few times. "Look what I found under the stairs," said Caswell. He was cutting an old penny. "Caswell, I am so glad to see you," cried Mrs. O'Donnell. "When we couldn't find you, we are all very worried." "I found a treasure," said Caswell, proudly holding out his penny. "You are my treasure," said Mrs. O'Donnell, hugging Caswell. Hugging Caswell. "He's a pet. That's what he is," said Molly. "But he always smiling as he what the?" said Molly. But he was smiling as he ruffled her brother's hair. "I'm glad we found you. I couldn't wait to get back to my room and plan my new adventure." It was going to be great. Caswell would never be lost again. At least not for long. The first thing I needed was a bell. Luckily, I knew just where to find one. Mom keeps a box of Christmas trees nails in our coat closet. One of the ornaments was a beautiful brass bell. I went in the closet and opened the box. I found lots of ornaments, including a colored glass ball and a gingerbread house. At last I found a brass bell. After that, I got some string. I tied the bell to a string and jiggled it. It made a nice, loud, ringing noise. If we couldn't get Caswell to ring the bell, he'd jingle everywhere he went, so we'd always be able to find him. I decided to bring the bell to school tomorrow. To show Molly and the other kids. Then they would see that I was a really good adventure. By this time, I was getting really hungry. I went into the kitchen to see what Mom was making for dinner. But Mom was still talking on the phone. There was nothing cooking on the stove, and there were no good smells coming from the oven. "What's the matter with Mom lately?" I wondered. She doesn't talk on the phone. And tonight it looked like she had forgotten to make dinner for Ted and me. I was about to look for something to eat when I heard something strange. "I'll have to rob a bank," my mom said into the phone. And then she laughed. Oh my gosh, my mom works at a retailer. But that would turn her into a bank robber, would it? I decided I'd better tell someone about it right away. So I ran to Molly's apartment and knocked on the door. When Molly answered, I could smell something really cool coming from her kitchen. I smelled like roast beef, which is my favorite food. Molly, my mom was planning to rob a bank. I cried. Once Molly blinked in surprise. What on earth are you talking about, Iggy? I heard her on the telephone. I explained. She said she was going to rob a bank. She even laughed about it. Molly stared at me. You know what? She said. What? I said. I was hoping Molly would know how to stop my mother from robbing a bank. Molly shook her head. You like to invent things, Iggy, and now you're inventing stories.